This video is brought to you by G2A.com for cheap games, MSP and PSN codes. And powered by Elgato Gaming. For the best gameplay capture out there, pick up an Elgato today. Links in the description. Hey guys, how's it going? MasterBucks here. Welcome to Season 5 of the Portsmouth Road to Glory Career Mode. We are back, finally, with the 5th and potential final season of the series. Of course, we all know that FIFA 17 is right around the corner, about a month or so or less away, so there's a chance that this is likely going to be the last full proper season that we do, but not necessarily the end of the series. I think this is the last series that, or the last season that we're going to play out normally, and then after this, we're probably going to maybe do we're going to instigate a few changes to the series. And pretty much what I mean by that is this: at the end of this season, every single episode onward is going to be an entire season. So pretty much we simulate the entire season, except for maybe if there's any gigantic games, like let's say we sim and make it all the way to a cup final or something like that, or a real important Premier League game like last day of the Premier League to win the Premier League, like something like that. Really, really big game, then we'll play that obviously. But yeah, that's what I'm sort of thinking. I continue to do transfers and build the team as per usual without actually playing any games, but still having the odd 1 or 2 or 3 here and there, and we do a season, an episode. Hopefully you guys like that. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments down below, because I still haven't exactly decided, and there's still plenty of time between now and the end of Season 5. So, here we go then. Let's take a look at the shortlist. We have a few players in here, both players that I'm looking to maybe loan in, and yes, I'll get to that in a second. Free agents, pre-contract players, as well as a couple of players that I'm interested in just getting straight away because I think they look really good. So let's just go through a couple. Immediately, I'll tell you that there are some players that I, yes, do want to get in on loan, but only if I can get them for a future fee. Because even though that's something that we did in the earlier seasons in the lower leagues, that's still going to be able to help us out, because I still want to get in some really good young, but still high-rated or decently rated players like Donnarumma, like Loftus-Cheek, like Pulisic, and like Alphonse, who by the way is Frank Ribery's regen. We can loan in all of those players, and what I'm hoping to do is we loan them in and we don't have to pay their future fee until the very end of the season, which by then we'll have already gotten a huge injection of cash, because we would have just finished up the Premier League and we get tens of millions for doing well in that anyway. There's also heaps of other players in there that I'm really interested in getting, but there are 2 players that I'm going to sign right away. Without really knowing their overall, I'm still pretty confident I know what they are, like mid-70s, and they're both free agents. The first one is Idrissa Kamara, who is a left back, 20 years of age. He wants 70 grand wage, which is a fair amount, but I really think he's going to be like mid-70s, so he's going to be solid. I've definitely got to get this man for free. And the final free agent, who should also hopefully be a mid-70s goalkeeper at 20 years of age, is Nicholas Albornoz. Dun, 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 dun. But anyway, we're going to hopefully get this man for 50k, and again for free, and hopefully again should be about mid-70s. So we have made those transfers straight away. We're going to get them into the team. We won't worry about any others until we finish the preseason tournament. And yeah, that's pretty much going to be it for now. Let's get into the team. And it is a crazy team at that. We got in so many pre-contract players, but yeah, we're going to have to go through them all right now. This is the new team. It's definitely looking a bit different. The first one is Marco van Ginkel at 83 overall. Incredible stuff right there, and some incredible technical attributes. Absolutely sensational. 6'1", only 26 as well, so that's pretty decent. Now we've got Sergio Roberto from Barcelona, and again, pretty much very similar stats and very similar overalls as well, or the exact same overall. Roberto a bit older at 27, but still obviously quality. And now the defense looking so different. It's now an 80 rated. It's everyone in that starting 11 is 80 rated. It's fantastic. We've got Bernat at left back, sensational. He's going to be absolutely brilliant for us. Left back, 81 years of age. I nearly did it, yeah, didn't I? 81 bloody overall, and only I think 26 years of age again. Got a few players that old. You got Jack Brill there, of course, as well. Jonathan Brooks, who's going to be very nice, 64 overall. Got some decent defending qualities, or decent stats for his 80 overall. But again, nice that we actually get a player in that's 80 center or 80 rated. That's nice at that center back position. And finally, this man could be incredible. Florenzi, 83 rated. You just wait until you see his technical. It's incredible. I mean, he only has one stat below 70, and that is his strength. Everything else is fucking brilliant. I don't know why I'm wasting this man at right back. I should be playing him in the midfield, or even on the wing. He looks so damn good, he can play anywhere. And it doesn't end there either. The bench is absolutely quality as well, and Emre Can, a new addition as well. Only 80 rated though, so not getting any starting 11 time at the moment anyway. And then you've got the reserves, which are absolutely packed with some players that I'm probably going to sell because they're relics of older seasons as well and that haven't been getting any game time. Guys like Rybel and Augustine and a few others. And then some up-and-comers from my youth academy and all that stuff. It's mental. But anyway, I think all we're going to do now is advance and get the preseason tournaments underway, because I reckon I've pretty much shown you everything. They immediately want to know their squad roles, the free agents, so that's tip top. But anyway, I've sorted that out. We're advancing to the first game that we're going to simulate. Of course, I'm just going to sim the whole bloody preseason tournament, even seriously the final if we make it, because we do have one game that I would like to play in this episode, and that is the Community Shield. So then, first preseason friendly, and the first game we're simming of the season, it's going to be to Estoril. Now, I want to tell you guys something. I went back and did a look, and I realized that the winner of the J-Bucks medal, as yes, I'm aware this is still going, as we score, Kenny Prince Schwab, the person that got the man of the match in the very first game of the preseason, every single season in this career, and we're leading 3-0 now, that's fantastic, has gone on to win the J-Bucks medal itself. So that is incredible. Who is going to get the first man of the match, as we now have a brace for Kenny Prince Schwab? We'll skip ahead. It's a 4-0 victory right there. You would assume Schwab's going to get it, but let's find out. And of course, there it is. Kenny Prince Schwab does pick up the very first man of the match of the season with a 9.2. But anyway, guys, good news. The first free agent has signed Nicolas Albornoz, and he is 76 overall. And we got him in the free agents, and he's 20 years of age. Incredible. All right, well, we finally got a real quality backup goalkeeper, because our second best goalkeeper for Alphonse Areola, who's 82, our second best goalkeeper is like 65. So if something happened to him, we might have been in some trouble. Now, I think we've got a very capable replacement. And the following day, boom, we also hear back from the other free agent, and so we're going to sign this man as well. This man has a much higher wage, but 70k for a man that's worth 8.5, it's pretty much just 8.5 million worth of value added to our club just for paying the wage. I'm happy with that. And Kamara, ladies and gentlemen, ends up also being 76 rated as well, with very nice mental and physical. And then taking a look at the skill attributes, again, very nicely well-rounded, a lot above 70, and if not, just in the 60s. It's great to see, fantastic. As a matter of fact, some of his on-ball stats, heading, passing, it's actually better than his actual defending, which is interesting. So he could be, hopefully, if he develops into a very good left back, which I'm sure he will, he could be almost like maybe Florenzi in a way. And we've also made it to the next game against Trabzonspor, but before I actually play it, I've got something to fucking show you guys, because I have just been shafted. Have a look at this, guys. Yusuf Poulsen is a player that I own, okay? He was a player that I got on a pre-contract last season, as you can see right here. It says right there that he's got the Portsmouth logo on him. He should be one of my players, but if you guys have been paying close attention, you should know he is not in my youth. He's not in my team management. He is not a player that I can select or pick. And that is because if we go into searching for a player, it says he's still at Mainz or he's gone to a different club. I don't know if he was originally at Mainz, but it's bullshit. We should have had this player. He should have come to Portsmouth this season, but for whatever reason, even though it says that he is, he's not. I've never seen anything like that in career mode. That is staggering. I don't know if we would have transfer list him, if we could still get offers on for him, if we could sell him without actually technically losing a player that we don't have. I have no fucking clue. But I really wanted this guy. He's tall, pacey, and looks decent. It looks like a really good backup striker, but apparently we're not going to get him. Or we do have him, but we don't have him. It's so fucking confusing. I don't know, man. That's just weird, bro. But still. Anyway, we'll move on to the next game that we have against Trabzonspor. Simulating it straight away, we actually lose this game, which is not good. 2-1 loss. They got the win, which is definitely not good. Ben Yedder got our only goal. That's a bit of a shock loss. And Bruma got the man of the match with just a 6.6. It wasn't even the goal scorer, and yet he got man of the match. We also have a player that I'm trying to get out on loan, Scott Grant. He's a very low overall, going to a very good club in Dortmund, but fuck it, we'll do it anyway. And another loan offer right here for Sonogo, who was the Patrice Evra regen. We'll send him away to Bolton. He'll surely get games at Bolton. And now for the final game against Ghent, and this is a game that we really just have to win. I think even if we draw it, we're going to be okay. But skip. 1-0 win, that's all we needed, and a Ben Yedder goal again. So we get 1.4 for progressing out of the group stage. We have a transfer offer for Harry Suter right there as well, which is going to be from Bolton. I'm trying to actually sell on Harry Suter since we have so many centre-backs now that we really don't need him. And again, we trained him up. We're going to get a pretty good return on our investment here. And I'm still going to try to get him for I don't know, a little more than what he's actually, like 1.3. That's nothing, but fine. Oh, by the way, man of the match in the game, by the way, before against Ghent was an 8.2 for Wissam Ben Yedder. So the J-Bucks medalist of last season gets his first man of the match. More loan offers, Adrien Robert, who's one of our superstar players, the next Zidane, I dubbed him actually, or the next Vieira at the very least. We're going to send him away to Walsall. He'll surely again get games there, but then again, he's not a super high overall still. Now for the semi-final in the European International Cup. We will skip. 1-1 draw, and we get it done on penalties. Kenny Prince Schwab in the 81st minute. Whee, that was close, but we are through to the final. We get 3.2 million for progressing through to the final. We also get 4.2 in return for the sale of Augustine, who was never really going to get many games, an offer from Europe, whatever, and a press conference for the next game. It's all happening. It's very, very busy. I don't even know if I'm going to have enough time to play the Community Shield, but we'll have to wait and see. I'm trying not to make my career modes too long, if you know what I mean. I don't want them going over, and I know that by me talking about not wanting them to go for longer, I'm making them longer. I'm just going to stop talking. And then I'll start talking again because Kasami is not going to Torino. The transfer is broken down because he doesn't want to relocate. Well, that's fucking fantastic. And on top of that, Suter, bloody Bolton don't want to pay the 200 grand more than what his actual value is. That's fucking cheap. Bullshit. Well, hopefully we'll get another offer for Kasami coming around eventually, but fuck that shit. God damn it. Again, by the way, before I forget, I know it's nearly happened again, but Kenny Prince Schwab, 7.5 man of the match for the semi-final. Now we go through to the final. This was the only team that we lost to during this tournament, this international friendly tournament. Can we beat them this time? Finally we do. 1-0. Charlie Musonda, who got the goal. Fantastic stuff to see right there. We have won this international friendly, and that's just going to be a little bit extra cash bringing into the club. That's fantastic. So an extra 3.5 million for winning that game as well. That's fantastic. That's more cash. Would have been great if we'd had the money for Kasami, but no, unfortunately not. But anyway, guys, now that the international friendly tournament, whatever, is done, it's finished, it's out the way, we are now going to move on back into transfers. Now, the first thing I want to do is get a new right winger into the team. Now, I really want Promes, however, I don't think it's going to happen, or it's going to be tricky. Dembele would be good. Medeiros, or Medeiros, if however we say it, either way, he could be good too. And Inaki Williams is always a player that I love signing in my career modes anyway. But something tells me I really want Promes the most. Dembele second, but still. Now, the first thing that I'm going to try to sign either of these right wingers is actually trade the player that I've got playing at right wing right now anyway. That man, ladies and gentlemen, is Bruma. Of course, 80 overall, had an okay season, not great, didn't really get on the end of too many goals or too many assists, and I wasn't super happy with him, to be totally honest, and he didn't grow at all last season for 23, 24. Probably not very good sign. So I do want to get someone in that's actually a right winger as well. So I'm going to try to trade Bruma for Promes, Dembele, Medeiros, and Inaki Williams. I'm going to see if we can make just a straight swap happen for either of the players. So I've just gone ahead and done that, and hopefully one of those players or one of those clubs will accept, because if they do, I'll be very happy with that, because either way, I just feel like I'm playing too many right midfielders at right wing position. It's not necessarily something that's too bad, if you know what I mean, but it is something that slightly bugs me, and I wasn't super happy with Bruma, and I feel like we could get someone in a bit better for that position. If we can get Promes, I'll be super happy. If not, Dembele is a very nice substitute. But advancing still now, hopefully we're going to hear back from a few of those clubs. We get a transfer offer unacceptable for Dembele. They want an extra 9 million for him, which isn't actually all too bad, I don't think. Anyway, and Inter Milan, they want so much for Promes, it's not going to happen. But they want 9 million extra plus Bruma for the trade of OUSMANE Dembele, which I think isn't actually too bad, because Bruma himself is only worth is pretty much 20 million, and they want 9. So 29 million is pretty much in total worth of value is what they want, when Dembele, only 22 years of age, is already 30 rated, or 30 million. So I don't see why not. I'm still going to obviously be the cheapskate that I am and try to save a little bit of money here and maybe say 6 million. But yeah, why not? Hopefully we can make that happen. And of course, we have to hear back from the other clubs as well. So here we go. They're both unaccepted, I think. Yeah, they want a little bit too much for Inaki Williams, and we're still yet to hear back from the other club. But there we go. Stade Rennais have accepted 6 million extra plus Bruma. I'm super happy with that to get in OUSMANE Dembele. He wants the exact same wage. Let's go 5 years. Hopefully he won't want a squad role, and bang. We are wheeling and dealing right now. It's crazy. But now we have another transfer offer for Morgan Sanson, a player that we could get for apparently 20 million, which wouldn't be too bad, from South Sulo. I think maybe we try 22.5 as the first counter offer. Hopefully we get around 20 million back from South Sulo, and I'll probably accept that. Because again, Morgan Sanson, okay for his last season, definitely popped up. Only scored about 3 or 4 goals in the Premier League anyway, so And now that we've got, again, so many amazing centre mids, we can afford to let guys like Kasami and Sanson go. Look, man, I really want to get Darren Mousinho, okay? And he's not going to be fucking cheap. But either way, contract offer accept, Dembele is coming to Portsmouth. Welcome, OUSMANE Dembele, traded for Bruma, plus an extra 6 million, but I'm okay with that, because he's still only he's like, with the actual value of Bruma and the 6 million, we're literally getting Dembele on the cheap. It's mental. And guys, with how goddamn hectic this episode's been with transfers and all that, I honestly think we'll leave the Community Shield for the next episode. We'll play the game, the very first game of the Community Shield in the next episode. I hope you guys can understand. And would you take a look at that? South Sula have accepted 22.5 for Morgan Sanson. I didn't think that they would, but they have accepted 22.5. God damn, we could have got him for more. Bloody hell. We have another transfer here from PSG, so we could definitely get good money for him, for Fernandez, one of the free agents I picked up way back. I think we'll go for 5 million for him. We've also heard back from our youth scouts as well that we've got in England, Brazil, and Australia. Let's see who they've got. All right, starting off in Australia. This is a no. That's a no. That's decent. Definitely very decent, but we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, that man's probably a yes as well. Looking very good there. Jamie Hall, that's a no. That's a no. That's probably a no as well. But Broxham and De Veer, or De Veery, I'm not too sure either way. They're both probably the best players there, so I'm going to sign him. And I'm going to sign him. Taking a look at Brazil, that man's probably a no. That's a no. No, decent potential, but maybe. Maybe. Nah. Oh, dear. Okay, so there's one player there. This season, I'm going to look for players that have got really good overalls. Not really thinking too much about the potential, but whoever's got a really high overall. But a potential like that, you just can't turn down. And now for England. Doolan, that's probably a no. No. Oh dear. Oh my god. Okay, he's just saved it. Charlie Mohammed, the best player there. Decent potential. Not great overall. Yeah, no. I'm not going to get him. The other guy had amazing potential. This guy, not as good. 3 days left to go in this episode until we leave it against Liverpool in the Community Shield. Let's see. Do we have anything else happen in between then? Not really. Michael Keane pretty much wants to discuss his wages. That's pretty much it. Bloody hell. I totally didn't even realize that I've done it nearly for a third time. I have not shown the man of the match after the previous game. Charlie Musonda with an 8.2 was the man of the match in the game against Trabzonspor in the win. So there you go. Musonda, I am sorry, but you are getting your man of the match. Don't worry. Charlie Musonda, 8.2. But anyway, guys, that's probably going to do it for this first episode. Of course, I would have played the Community Shield, but things got so hectic with transfers and all that, it just went for a little bit too long. So it's going to be at the start of the next episode. And if you guys really want that video as soon as possible, then hit the like button, because as soon as we hit 3,000 likes, I'm going to upload the next episode of the series. Here's proof that yes, it is up and ready to go. But until then, guys, my name's MasterBucks. Thank you all so much for watching. Season 5 is underway, and until the next episode, have a good one. Bye-bye.